back guys to our HONS SCCM tutorial series. My name is Romujit and continued from our last video on how to install SCCM. In this video guide, I will show you SCCM Post installation setup on SCCM current branch version 2103 step by step. Currently, I am implementing SCCM infrastructure for a global organization. Apart from this, I have also experienced in Intel, VMware, Hyper-V and Cloud. In this video guide, we will learn the types of discovery methods in SCCM and how we can configure them. Then we will know about boundary and boundary groups, client push installation and network access account configuration. Also, we will install reporting service point, software update point, fallback status point rules that are required for our day-to-day infrastructure monitoring, patch management and reporting purposes. We will learn what are the associated log files to check if we need to troubleshoot our infra from an operation perspective or health monitoring as well. To configure these settings, let me open our Configuration Manager console. Alright, console has been connected. Select Administration tab from your bottom left corner. Expand Hierarchy Configuration, Discovery Methods. First, we will enable Active Directory Forest Discovery. Right click on it, go to Properties. Check the option for Enable AD Forest Discovery. You can check the box to automatically create AD site boundaries when they are discovered as well. This will help you to create all the boundaries under an AD site. In general, most of the organizations uses a site to easily identify their logical network location. This AD sites also represents their logical network and may contain more than one IP subnet. We will not configure this as of now. Apply. Okay. Alright, close the wizard and let us check what is happening on backend now. Go to SCCM installation folder. In our case, it is on D drive. Microsoft Configuration Manager. Under logs, open adforestdiscovery.log. As we can see, the discovery is completed already. Generally, it depends upon the infrastructure size. If we take a look, we can see HONS.InForest has discovered from our lab network setup. Alright, next I will enable AD system discovery. So it will discover all the domain joined systems in our network. Properties. Check the box Enable Active Directory System Discovery. Click on the yellow icon. Browse to the path. Note, here you can select particular OU to discover associated systems under that, or you can select entire forest to discover all the systems in your network. I will take entire forest for our lab setup. Okay. We'll use the same computer account for discovery authentication. On polling schedule tab, change the schedule as per your requirement. Also, you can configure how you want to discover the systems from option tab. I will keep this default as it's a lab environment, but it is recommended to discover the active systems that are logged in and changing their password frequently for security perspective. Now move to log file location. There will be a new log named adsysdis.log. Looks like the log file has not been created yet. Let me refresh. Okay, let me open the log file. See the ILDA path location. Also, if you see the system properties that has discovered as CN equals to computer name format with OU details. These are some additional devices for our SCCM Lab environment. Those are typically Windows 10 and Windows 11 devices. Okay. Next, we will enable AD user and group discovery to implement role-based administration in a future video. Perform the same steps as we followed to enable system discovery. Allow me some time to complete the configuration. Okay. Yes. Group discovery. Enable. AD location. Apply. Okay. Alright. Now we need to create boundary. A boundary is a network location on your intranet that can contain devices that you want to manage. To create a boundary, right click on it. Select the option create boundary. Put the boundary description. We can create different types of boundary like using IP subnet, AD site, IPv6 prefix, IP address range or VPN. In our lab setup, we will create boundary using IP address range. So every system that falls under this range will be associated with lab server's boundary. From 100 to 125. Click on apply. Okay. Same for our workstations, we will create another boundary using same steps. Lab desktop. Next, we will create boundary groups. Boundary groups in Configuration Manager helps to logically organize related network locations called boundaries. By default, Configuration Manager creates a default site boundary group at each site. We will create one boundary group for our lab site assignment. Add boundaries. Select the boundaries that you want to manage. On reference tab, select the checkbox. Use this boundary group for site assignment. If you have multiple sites, you just need to select it from this assigned site drop down. Click on apply, then OK. Same, we will create one more boundary group for our lab DP assignment. lab DP assignment, add boundaries, okay. On reference tab, click on add and select the distribution point server name. In our case, we have installed distribution point role on our same primary server. Okay. Alright. Next, we will configure our network access account. So if the system is not in our domain, it can download the contents from distribution point using network access account authentication. It is also required to perform OSD. Expand site configuration, sites, configure site components, software distribution. On network access account tab, specify the account instead of computer account. Click on yellow icon, new account. Browse and select the service account that we have created during our SCCM Lab preparedness series. SCCM NAA. Okay. Type the password. Confirm it again. Apply. Okay. Next, we will configure client push account for our SCCM client push installation. On Accounts tab, click on the yellow icon, new account. Browse and select the service account that we have created for SCCM push installation before. I will recommend to do check our previous videos on SCCM Lab preparedness. Type the password. Confirm it again. Apply. And OK. Alright, our network access and client push accounts are configured. Now we will install additional roles that we required as I discussed at the starting of this video. Select servers and site system roles. Select primary server. Let me arrange it. Right click, add site system roles. Leave this as default. Next. We are not using any proxy here. Next. On role selection tab, we will select endpoint protection point, fallback status point, and software update point. Okay. Next, verify the WCS port numbers and client connection type. You can check the options as per your requirements here. Cloud management gateway traffic. Next. Synchronization source will be the Microsoft as it is the upstream server. Next. Enable sync on schedule. Yes. Custom schedule. We will create a custom schedule as per our requirement. It will be at daily at 11:30 a.m. Record every one day. Okay. Tick the option alert when sync fails, so you will be notified about the failure. Next. Supersedence rule. You can configure it as per your choice, how long you want to keep the expired updates or immediate. Next. On WSUS maintenance, tick the boxes decline expired updates, add non-clustered indexes to search database, remove obstacle updates from database. Next. Maximum runtime. Next. Next. On classification tab, we will select critical updates, definition updates, feature packs, security updates, service packs, updates, and upgrades. Next. On products tab, expand all products, Microsoft, then check all and uncheck all. So if anything is checked before, it will be removed. Expand Windows. If you notice, you can see all the products are not listed here because it has not performed any sync with Microsoft yet. Once it performed and update its catalog version, we will see other products as well. For now, we will only select Windows 10 from this list. On language tab, you can choose different languages as per your requirement. I will continue with English only. Next. For our fallback status point, we will keep it as default. Next. Cloud protection service. Next. On summary tab, verify the details we entered. Looks good. Next. Alright, the installation has started already. So to check the logs, open sitecomp.log. Note, every changes we made in configuration manager, it will be shown at sitecomp log. Let me open it. See, currently it is installing Endpoint Protection Point, SMS EP. For more details, open epsetup.log. Alright, the Endpoint Protection Point role installation is successful. Move to sitecomp.log. Now, it is installing and configuring the software update point role with WSUS. Again, for more details, open WCM log. We can see our software update point has been successfully connected with our local WSUS server. Then we will check WSUS control.log. Looks good. Then wsyncmgr.log. See, in wsyncmgr there are sync failed alert entry. but it is quite natural for the first time when it tries to connect with Microsoft. So no need to worry on it. Also, we can check subsetup.log for additional info. Next, open SMS FSP setup.log and FSP manager.log to get more info on fallback status point installation. Alright, we have successfully installed endpoint protection point, fallback status point and software update point role on our primary server. Next, we will install reporting service point role on our site database server. Note, SCCM reporting service point role only can be installed where we have installed SQL report server. Select the site server database, add site system roles. Next, select reporting service point. Next, verify the site database server name and database name. Click on verify. Verified successfully. We will set a new account for our reporting service point. Browse for SCCM underscore SQL. Okay. Put the password. Confirm the service account password again. Next. Again, check the siteconf log. Successfully made a network connection to our SCCM database server with admin $. Now let's move to our site database for more info. Let me log in. Open File Explorer. Looks like I forgot to place no SMS on drive file. Okay. Under root directory, open SMS folder, logs, and open srspsetup.log. setup.log. Alright, role setup is successful. Next, we will open srspsetup.log. Let me close it. Let me open it using the cmtrace log default log viewer. SMS logs, SRS P, see, the SCCM built-in reports are already copied to our report server database. Let us check the reports from SCCM console as well. Go to Monitoring tab, expand Reporting, Reports, looks good to me. Alright, let's check whether our SCCM client push installation is working properly or not. On Assets and Compliance tab, select Devices. I have some Windows 10 and Windows 11 devices in my lab for testing purposes. Let me select one of them. Right click, Install Client. Next, check the box Install Client Software from a specific site. Next, okay. To check the backend, go to the logs folder. There will be one log file called ccm.log. Open it. See, it is currently copying the client files to the targeted system using network share, authentication account as we configured before. You can check the admin $path for more info. Let me access it. Alright, under logs folder, open ccm setup.log to check the installation. It looks like the client installation is completed successfully as ccm setup is exiting with return code 0. If you notice the exit code is different than 0, then you need to take care of the firewall ports or proper site assignment, etc. Let me refresh my console once to check whether our device is reporting as client is or not. See, device status has changed, but you can notice there is a question mark on the device. It means the device is still under process of registering and the policy is not applied fully yet. Wait for some time, in general 5 to 15 minutes, depend upon your network bandwidth. Alright, that should cover, I think, what I want to cover in today. We'll see you in next video on SCCM site backup and recovery. Please feel free to comment and share your questions if you like the video. Thank you.